welcome back to Monthly Madness. You won't believe where we are today. We're on the swan boats in Roger Williams Park. This week is all about birds. And have you ever seen a bird like this? These are some beautiful swans and we're pedaling away, trying to get through this pond. Let's learn about birds together.
Depending where you are in this country, you might be able to rent a swan boat. Lucky for us, this fleet of swan boats is available for rental at Roger Williams Park in Providence, Rhode Island. Today, I'm going to take you on these swan boats and teach you a little bit about birds and swans in particular. I'm with my two friends, Miss Ackerman and Miss Minucci, who are always excited for an adventure with me. In order to operate the swan boats, you have to pedal them, much like you pedal a bike. However, we caught it on a very windy day, and as you can see in the current on this pond, it was challenging to operate the swans. Time for our turn. Pedal, 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 pedal. It's more difficult than it looks. Miss Minucci was in charge of steering, and Miss Ackerman and I had to use our leg power to get this boat moving across the pond. Now let's learn about these big, beautiful swans. Swans have a reputation of being graceful, elegant, and peaceful as they glide across lakes, rivers, and ponds. Swans are mostly found in the northern hemisphere. That's areas like us, United States, Canada, but there have been some in Australia as well. Swans that live in freshwater typically eat pondweed, stonewort, and widgeon grass. They also eat insects and sometimes tadpoles. Well, who do we have here? Check it out, it's a real swan. I wonder what this swan is thinking, seeing all of us in our swan boats. Swans can be very large, weighing up to 30 pounds, and despite popular belief, swans can fly. It takes them about 30 yards to become airborne. It's so fun on these swan boats. You're allowed to go through tunnels like this. It's a little challenging to steer, but I think we're doing a pretty good job. On the other side of the tunnel is this beautiful fountain, but they did tell us not to get too close to the fountains. Real swans may look very peaceful and gentle, but you have to be careful. Swans can be defensive, and if they sense that you're an intruder, they can attack, chase you, or even try to bite you. This sometimes happens to people when they're trying to feed the swans. So if you do feed swans, please keep your distance. Not to scare you, but I read a story about a child whose arm was broken from feeding a swan. I think I'll stick to the swan boats instead of hanging out with real swans. Above our heads was the Soaring Eagle zip line, also located at Roger Williams Park. You must really feel like a bird when you're up there flying through the sky. Swans can live up to 20 years old, and they find a mate, like a husband or a wife, and stay with them their whole life. How cute is that? Well, I think our swan boat experience is coming to an end, but this video isn't. We're headed to Swan Point Cemetery in Providence, Rhode Island, because I heard they have a huge population of swans that I wanted to get a closer look at. On my way to find the swans, I found these turkeys. Did you know wild turkeys can see 3 times better than humans, and their colors explain how they're feeling? So the more intense their colors are, the more intense their emotions are. Wild turkeys sleep in trees to stay safe from predators overnight. I'm wondering if they live in some of the trees at this cemetery. Well, it's been fun checking out these wild turkeys, but I'm on a hunt for swans. So let's head towards the water to see if we can see these flocks of swans everyone's been telling me about. I don't know if you can see, but look closely. There's one swan out there, sticking his head in the water, looking for food. Again, right in the middle there's one little swan. I think we can do better. We're going to leave Swan Point Cemetery and head over to Providence, over near the Waterman Grill. Oh, wow! Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4 swans here. I was really into finding swans, but did you know there are over 10,000 species of birds worldwide? And scientists believe that birds evolved from the theropod, which is a type of dinosaur. Another one of my favorite birds was out here, the mallard duck. It's a good day for a duck out there. It was a little bit rainy. Well, I hope you enjoyed our field trip today. riding the swan boats, learning a little bit about birds and swans. Can't wait to see you next week. For now, I'm going to get a snack just like this swan. See you next week.